Hey guys, my name is Andy and this is my cat Neville. Welcome to Namaste at Home Yoga. This is the second in a little series of standing sequences that I'm putting together. So we're going to kind of build off of the first video. Some things will be familiar for sure, and then we'll start to incorporate a little bit more activation, a little bit more of a shift of focus. So as always, we're going to start by tuning in with the body, allowing feet to come big toes to touch, heels slightly apart, growing tall through the spine, allowing palms to open up towards the front, gaze to get soft, or even to close. Check in. How are we resting today? Or where is that sway happening? How's the breath as it makes its way in and out of the lungs? Are we holding tension in areas that we can start to let go? Maybe it's through the front of the chest and the rib cage, through the neck a little bit. Just allowing the body to get light with your inhale. The crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Exhale is helping us to feel grounded, to feel firm in our mat. All four corners of the feet pressing down. Allow those eyes to open as we inhale, sweep arms overhead. Interlacing fingers, release the index as we inhale, grow tall. Exhale, folding over towards one side. I suppose I shouldn't say fold so much as lean, reach. We're finding that expansion through one side of the body while not compressing the other. Finding that length. If shoulders aren't loving this one today, maybe the bottom hand drops down the thigh. Gentle shift of the gaze up and past your reaching arm. We'll move back through center with an inhale. Exhaling, finding our second side. Again, taking another arm variation if you prefer. Finding that expansion, that space. Growing with each inhale through the extended side. Gaze may lift for one more breath. Inhaling through center. Exhale, release it down. Heel toe feet hip distance. We're going to inhale, arms overhead. Biceps in line with the ears. Exhaling to find our seat, Utkatasana or powerful pose. We're tucking in through the low ribs, tailbone pointing to earth. Legs are strong, knees and toes pointing in the same direction. If shoulders start to sneak up here, let's take an exhale, send them down, send them away. Maybe finding a little bit more depth here for 2 more breaths. Next inhale brings you back up. Exhale, release those arms. We're going to step the right foot back on the mat about a leg distance. Turning the toes out at 45 degrees. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, lunge into your left knee, warrior one. Strong through the core as we drive the right hip forward, left hip back. And staying here, starting to open up into a twist. Right arm reaching forward, left arm reaching back. If this doesn't feel excellent, right hand can come to rest on the outside edge of that left leg. Just assisting with the twist, but really driving that force through the core. Strong breath. One more. Inhale, come back through center. And release the arms, straightening up through the legs, pivoting the toes to face the side of your mat. Toes can go straight, or we pigeon toe ever so slightly as we inhale, grow tall. Exhale, hinge at the hips, finding a fold. When you can go no further, allowing the back to round, hands to reach down towards your mat. Allowing the head to release, maybe a little bit of a nod or a shake to let that go. Hands can rest on the mat or on the legs. Find 2 more breaths. Noticing where you're starting to create space here, where you're letting go. And then getting a little bit more active through the legs. Hands can catch for hips. Inhale, stand back up. Gonna point the right toes out, left toes find that 45-degree angle. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhaling, finding your warrior one on the second side. Once more, we're drawing the hips square, so this time right hip is pulling back as left hip presses forward. Chest is proud, tailbone draws down towards the earth. And moving into our twist, if it's available today, left fingertips draw forward or right reaches back. Really opening up through the shoulders here, find that space. Option is there to drop the left hand. We shift the gaze towards the right wall, or even over the right shoulder. For one more. Inhale, arms float back through center. Exhale, release. We'll make our way through one more forward fold, pivoting towards the side, pigeon toeing slightly. Inhale to grow tall. Exhale, fold, this time flat back as long as you can. Crown of the head reaching forward. Letting a couple of breaths here. If you really want to challenge things, maybe arms float up overhead. With an exhale, letting yourself round once more. Bend the knees as much as you need to catch for shins or ankles, maybe big toes. Index and middle fingers can grab here. Allowing the head to get heavy. Elbows to open up to the sides if there's that gentle bend. 2 breaths. Release that grip, hands catch hips, press through the legs so strong as we inhale, lift. Stepping back towards the top of our mat. We'll move into our next few balancing postures. You can shift over to your left foot, settle back into a tall spine, inhaling right knee towards you. Find that squeeze. Grabbing around hamstring or shin. Couple of breaths. And then opening that up to the side. Feet stay flexed, toes lifted high. Hips strong, but assisting with the arm as we find that openness. Beautiful. Let's inhale back through center. Lower it down. Spreading the toes wide on the right foot to find our second side. Inhaling left knee to chest. Grow tall and find that compression if it's there. Always bringing the shoulder blades back in together so chest is proud. Then we'll start to move into our open hip to the side. That foot can always drop a little bit if it needs to. Seeing where we can find activation here, where we can find strength in a challenging balance. And inhale brings us back through center. Exhaling to release. And we'll come into our preps for dancer. Shifting into that left foot. Right heel finds its way up. An option here to grab the outside of the ankle, coming into a quad stretch, thumb down. Or gripping for the inside of the ankle. We're going to open up a little bit more. This is way more opening for the shoulder and chest. So listening to the body if it's saying too much or not yet, or if it's feeling okay. We'll inhale to lift through that left arm, fingertips towards the sky. Staying as you are, or exhales begin to kick into your hand. Finding a little bit of resistance against yourself. And being careful to keep the knee in line with the hip. Sometimes it wants to lift and open to the side. So we'll drop that back down for one more. Nice. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, release. Take a moment to reset. And we'll make our way into our second side. Left heel is lifting. Gripping outside or inside. Finding space to the front of the hip and the quad. Right arm can float up. And staying as you are or beginning to kick. Finding small movements. Working with the breath. Inhales finding length in the spine. Exhales kicking into your hand. Regardless of where you're at in this posture, that little bit of activation can be really beneficial. For 2. And 1. Inhaling, come on up. Exhale, release that down. We'll find a little rock forward and back on the feet, settling into your center. Allow the palms to come back and face forward. Finding your mountain pose. Palms opening up towards the front, chest proud. Growing tall through the crown of the head. Eyes can close or gaze softens. As we inhale, sweeping the arms high. Exhale, hands float through the center of the chest. Finding pressure in the palms. Taking a moment to give your body gratitude for the work it did for you today. Challenged in its balance. And we'll find a breath together here, filling up the lungs with an inhale. Sigh it out, let it go. Eyes can softly open if they're closed. Thank you so much for joining me for the second of our standing sequences. We'll see you again soon for round 3. Namaste.